Hello, welcome to this presentation on the new one-year Leeds Masters MSc Biotechnology with Business Enterprise. My name is Professor Alex Breeze. I'm in the Faculty of Biological Sciences at the University of Leeds, and I'm Programme Lead along with my co-lead, Dr. Alex Kevill from Leeds University Business School. In this presentation, we're going to look at why you might want to study biotechnology with business enterprise, why you should consider Leeds. We'll have a look at an overview of the programme contents, home in on the business and enterprise components, and we'll look at career destinations. I'll present some impact case studies of how entrepreneurship has taken ideas from a university lab to a commercial product with real-world impact. Then I'll wrap up with a slide on entry requirements. So, why biotechnology with business enterprise? Well, studying biotechnology will provide you with the skills and creativity that you're going to need for finding solutions to some of the most pressing societal challenges out there right now. Challenges including disease diagnosis and treatment, food security, and adaptation to and remediation of climate change. But unless you also have the skills to turn these ideas into commercially viable businesses, in other words, to translate them, you'll struggle to make those ideas have the impact they deserve. In other words, you need enterprise and entrepreneurship skills, such as those around intellectual property, knowledge transfer from academic to commercial sectors, raising funds, developing a small business, and managing investment into an R&D pipeline. And this is what the Masters in Biotechnology with Business Enterprise degree course will give you. So why come to Leeds? Well, Leeds is a vibrant, world top 100 university with a global reputation in a city of around 1 million people situated in the centre of the UK and with great transport links. And we've designed a commercially focused master's that will gain you highly sought after skills. Your learning will be interdisciplinary. We've ensured that the biotechnology and enterprise components are highly integrated with about a 60-40 split between them. You'll have a choice of project type in the final term. We'll come on to those in a minute. You'll gain valuable skills in intellectual property, entrepreneurship, commercialization, leadership and communication, all great assets for setting up your own business or for becoming a valued team member in an existing one. Let's have a look now at the programme in overview. Over the year, you'll take 180 credits of material to gain your master's in a combination of core compulsory modules and a number of optional or elective modules so that you can tailor the programme to your own interests. I won't go through these in depth, but for example, during semesters 1 and 2, you'll take core modules including drug discovery and commercialization of pharmaceutical products, new venture creation, and a lab project in protein engineering, while the optional modules include research planning, plant biotechnology, medical diagnostics, critical entrepreneurship studies, enterprise and society, to pick out a few. In the third term, you'll have an option to undertake an individual laboratory-based research project or a hybrid lab/data analysis project. We're also planning to be able to offer a number of enterprise internships with locally based startup businesses. Please note that all these modules and options may be subject to change and/or availability. So how will your progress be assessed? Well, this is going to take a number of forms according to the type of module and its contents. So, for example, in the semester 1 modules, you might be required to submit pieces of data analysis, to make individual or group oral presentations, prepare essays, take both formative and summative multiple choice tests, there may be an element of peer assessment, and so on. For the project-based elements, you might need to prepare a written proposal, write a dissertation, give individual or group oral presentations, and so on. If you're doing an enterprise internship, you may need to write a proposal, keep up a placement record, followed by submission of a written report at the end. Now I'm going to briefly talk about the business enterprise parts and tell you about the Spark Careers Centre. Let's start with the Centre for Enterprise and Entrepreneurship Studies. This is part of the business school, and it's a national award-winning focal point for education and research in enterprise. It offers research-led modules across a variety of formats. It's really the focus for enterprise in all its guises. As a student on the course, and here is Dominic Nielsen, a student on our undergraduate biotechnology with enterprise degree program at the top right, you'll be a part of its large student community drawn from across multiple faculties. And this means you'll have access to a range of great features and events like guest speakers, industry, speed networking, help with business plans, and our Careers Centre, Spark. So the Spark Careers Centre in the business school offers a dedicated business mentoring and startup support service where you can go to get advice on starting up your own business, writing a business plan, or apply for a proof of concept award. And it also houses the Spark Business Incubator, where your new business idea can take its first baby steps. Okay, let's have a look at career destinations. First off, as a Leeds postgraduate, career prospects are excellent. You'll be an alumnus of one of the top 5 most targeted UK universities by top employers. Some examples of the types of careers we expect our graduates to go on to include PhD level research in a range of disciplines, starting up your own business venture, or perhaps entering employment in the business development and innovation functions of high-tech companies or academic institutions. Now I want to tell you about just a couple of impact case studies, examples of how pioneers with a great research idea have been able to take their idea from an academic lab and nurture and develop it to the point where it could launch into the marketplace as a successful commercial product that has influenced people's lives for the better. If you join Leeds MSc Biotechnology with Business Enterprise, you could be that next impact case. The first example is Kathleen Carrico, shown here at the top right. She was an academic working at the University of Pennsylvania, and with Drew Weissman developed the technology that underpins the mRNA vaccines that have had such an impact in the current coronavirus pandemic. Initially, she struggled to get fellow academics to fund the further development of this technology, but eventually she was able to take it with her to the company Biotech, where she continued to hone it to result ultimately in the Pfizer vaccine. Also, the Moderna vaccine uses a very similar version of the same technology. So a dramatic real-world example from an idea that germinated in an academic lab, but was then nurtured in the commercial sector. The second example is a homegrown one, and it's the example of Avacta PLC, which started out as a spin-out from Leeds University by Alistair Smith, again up here at the top right, and is now listed on the London Stock Exchange. The key technology idea that was spun up by Alistair Smith was the Affimer technology, which is a novel type of pseudo-antibody protein recognition system based on the Stephin A scaffold that has many advantages over antibodies themselves. So lastly, we'll wrap up with entry requirements. And these are listed here fairly straightforwardly. We require at least an upper second class honours bachelor degree or its international equivalent in a relevant scientific discipline. That might include biochemistry, biotechnology, biological or biomedical sciences, and so on. Biochemical engineering or biological natural sciences might be other suitable degree subjects. The important thing is that candidates should be able to demonstrate clear potential to succeed on and benefit from the programme. Please note that entry requirements may be subject to change. Well, that concludes the presentation of the Leeds MSc in Biotechnology with Business Enterprise. Thank you for your attention, and please direct any questions to fbspgt@leeds.ac.uk.